Should have that more often, right?
Tim, do you want to do the honours?
Jonas, I wanted to start with, I guess, managing the emotional side, particularly at full time after what happened with Frida, and must have been very difficult for everyone to refocus on extra time. What did you say to the group at that point?
I mean, one of the learnings from the game that we had against Chelsea in the league was that we as a group didn't cope well in a high-pressured, stressed environment with the way that we focused on the right things or the way that we communicated. And that was a really important lesson from us in that game. If we want to be a high-performing team, we need to own those situations. I mean, this is probably one of the hardest situations because, of course, it looks very scary when Frida goes down. Of course, it's very easy to get drawn both the focus and emotions to that point. But the reality of it is that we have a great medical team, and they're the one that's going to look after that situation. And we need to focus on playing football. And we were able to do that. Then, of course, the first thing after the game, don't care about winning. We care about how is it with Frida, and it's so happy that she's doing well, and that's more important than this. That's much more important than this. But in that moment, we need to stay task orientated, and there's nothing we can do in that moment to improve that situation. But we can have control over how we're playing football, and that's what we needed to control on. And that's of course what Frida now after as well, like what wanted us to do as well, to be able to make her champion.
And just on the kind of tactical side, we spoke a couple of days ago about some of that repeatability and seeing patterns, and I really felt like I saw that building on the right and switching to the left. I think that happened for the goal as well. Was that something that you really focused on for this game?
Yeah, we obviously you learn a lot of things when you play an opponent once, and I think sometimes you have a little bit of an advantage when you're the team that perform worse in the first game, because obviously they don't need to change much, but the onus to change is on the other team, which was us, and we changed quite a bit with things that we did today. I think the players did that really, really well. It brought us some really nice structure in the game, and it got us the situations that we wanted.
Who's next? Dan.
Hey Jonas, congratulations.
Thank you.
To ask you about the role that Steen has played in the whole competition, really. What's that, 9 goals I think now? Didn't have a lot of chances today, but there when it mattered.
Yeah, like I think Stina's having a great season. She works incredibly hard, both on and off the ball, and she's really been good in the penalty box the whole season. County Cup no exception for that. And of course it was a quite offensive decision from our side to keep both Stina and Alessia playing as a 9-10, but I think that really paid off.
Just in terms of Manu, I know she had a difficult game at the bridge, a couple of weeks ago. That was a massive save, almost a winning save at the end. Just tell us about kind of her mentality and bouncing back.
Yeah, she's so resilient, Manu. So resilient. Such a good growth mindset in doing that. And like you're saying, it was a game of small details, fine margins, and that is a game-winning save. And for her, making big saves like that, when she does that, then she's a top goalkeeper. Thank you.
Hi, Jonas. Just on Frida, I was wondering, were you able to have a conversation with her yet, and have you kind of understood what happened in that moment as of yet?
I've been able to have a conversation with her, but not from a medical perspective, just for checking in with her, how she is doing, telling her that we won, and understanding a little bit like what is the next steps here now. So I don't have any medical update.
In terms of her performance, I just wanted to know what you thought of that, because I think from very early on, out of possession, she pretty much did a job on that kind of right side of Chelsea's back line. And then as the game went on, she kind of really grew in possession as well. So her performance went, how do you feel that was?
I think she kick-started her season last season on Lyon away with a performance like this, where she was absolutely incredible, phenomenal in the way she played herself in defense. And that is a great way for Frida to get into the games. And then from there on starting to expressing herself on the ball as well. And I think this game here has a lot of comparisons to that. And it's really important both for the team but also for Frida as a player to get this this performance in defense that she does. So that was really, really pleasing to see, and that was a massive piece of us being successful today.
Catherine?
Yeah, there's this bit of an altercation done at full time when you went to shake hands, and she said just before you came in that she didn't think your behaviour was acceptable, and I think she called it aggressive. How did you see that? She seemed to be angry with the confrontation there in Cuthbert.
I don't see it as a big thing. I definitely don't see me as aggressive in that situation. I think that's very irresponsible, putting that label onto it. The argument that we had was before the game, if both clubs agree to play a multi-ball system, the Conti Cup final will be played with a multi-ball system. Arsenal wanted it to be played with a multi-ball system. Chelsea wanted it to be played with a one-ball system. Therefore, the final was played with a one-ball system. At that incident that happens, the ball gets kicked away, and Chelsea wants to take a new ball and to throw a quick throw in. And I said, you guys wanted to play with one ball, now you need to get that ball to it. Of course, Aaron doesn't get happy over that. I didn't say anything more in that situation. But I think still that's how I think it is. If we decide to play with one ball, then we play with one ball to it. I like to play with multi-ball. I like when the game is quick, but they didn't want to do it, and then you can't do it when it suits you. I think there is definitely a way that you behave in the technical area to it. I also think there is a way you behave after the game, being a good winner, but you also need to be a good loser. And you need to be responsible in both those situations to it. And I'm actually happy with the way I conduct myself, and then others need to look at themselves in the mirror and see if they're happy with themselves.
Hayes said it was male aggression, and that you demonstrated. I mean, it was specific. I mean, how do you?
I'm not down for male aggression on the touchline.
I'm not down for male aggression on the touchline. How do you react to that? Do you acknowledge or even recognise that as your behaviour?
No, like I said, I think that's a very irresponsible way of labeling the behavior that I have. I don't feel comfortable with that label. I don't think it's the truth to do that. So I think it's very irresponsible to doing that. I'm very happy for people. They can listen to what I'm saying. They can see what I'm doing there. It's nothing out of order or out of the ordinary.
Susie, did you have another one?
Yeah, sorry, I just wanted, you may not be able to answer this, but ask you what happens next with Frida. Is she going to be treated up here? Will she go back to London? What's the status?
Yeah, so she's going to go back with the team. That's what I know. And after that, we need to provide an update.
And then there was a lot of talk ahead of this game in the Chelsea camp about the quadruple being gone. Sometimes it overlooked the fact that Arsenal done it before in 2007. Is there some satisfaction to be taken to ending their run to the quadruple that ensures that Arsenal are the only English club to have done it?
Couldn't care less about that, to be honest. It's not my driving force in the world to deny someone else to win anything. I was asked by, I think, Tom from the Guardian before if this game was more important for Arsenal than for Chelsea, and I said I always think it's more important for Arsenal because winning with Arsenal is the most important thing, and that's what was the important thing today. That we won for the club, for our amazing fans and supporters who've been traveling in so many numbers, so loud, so passionate, to give them silverware. That was such a big motivation today to reward them for all their hard work and all their loyalty and all the support they've been giving us this season. It is unique. It is unique. The way that they support the team, they support the club, it's unique. It's very special. You can't take that for granted. It's a special bond. It's special people supporting us, and they deserve the world. And today we could get them a little piece of that world. Thank you.
Just a couple more, Sandra.
Hi, Jonas. Congrats on the win. I just wanted to hear what you think about what the win says in terms of the team's mentality, particularly after they saw what was going on with Frida and then having to continue after that.
Like I said, we're a high-performing team. We're able to focus on what we can control. We're able to stay task-orientated in pressured situations, and that's what you need to do if you want to be high-performing.
And I mean, how much did it mean to them to win in that manner for her?
No, of course. I mean, it just adds on to the motivation, doesn't it? Where we see one player goes down, and we need to continue to do it, and we do it for her, we do it for the fans, we do it for everyone that supports us. So of course that was special. But it was a hard-fought game, small margins. We're happy to be on the good side of them.
Last two, Kit and then Amy.
I think Art was one.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
We'll come.
It's very discreet, but it's so. Hi.
Congratulations. Can I just check on Leah coming off at half time? Was that tactical or she got an injury? What's the situation there?
No, she had a medical situation, and possibly she could have carried on playing, but it would have been very borderline being and risk-taking, that she couldn't have sustained something much more serious if she would have been doing that. And Leah Williamson, I mean, she's Arsenal through and through. She would put her body on the pitch and with the team any day of the week. But I had to take that decision for her. That's what I think you need to take decisions with these players, that they will never take those decisions themselves. They're going to go on the pitch anyways, but nothing tactical for that. I thought Leah was great in the first half, but we were forced to do it from medical situation, and hopefully it's nothing serious with Leah.
Can you be a bit more specific in a diagnosis, the medical situation?
No.
Art?
So yeah, I was wondering, Jonas, in terms of your thinking, I know you like to think long term and look at what's going, I guess the trends that are going well and some that aren't going well. Even if you had lost today, do you feel the long term kind of aims are where you want them to be? Because I guess from the outside, some people would have felt today would have been maybe must win because of how the season's gone beforehand.
Yeah, but it's a little bit of the iceberg, of course. Like and I understand that. Like what you see, when most people see when they see the team in our environment, they see the tip of the iceberg to it. That's our performances when we're playing games. But I see everything that is below and under that. I see the day-to-day, I see the environment, I see the culture that we provide and that we build. I see all the different things on how they go together. I see how that fits in together with a more long-term plan. I see us moving in the right direction. I definitely see that. We have a thing to solve at the end of this season and for next season. It's our consistency. Our level to compete with top teams has been very good this season. I think we have the potential to beat any team to it. And we're looking back 3 seasons ago, that wasn't the case. That was a big thing when I was coming in. We're working with that culture and making sure that the team stayed competitive against the top teams. And we are that now. And I also think what is important is we are that in a way where I think we can feel really proud of representing Arsenal. We're playing our way to it. You can clearly see our DNA when we are playing, and that's important and that's sustainable. but we need to fix the consistency. That's a really, really important thing for next season if we want to win in more than one competition.
We'll leave it there, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.